What it do, everybody? Welcome to Co-op Kennels, where we discuss different topics and I teach you guys things about dogs and you teach me what you think about dogs. So without further ado, this is a Blue Buffalo dog food review. Now, back in the days, I'd say about, let's say 10 years ago, 12 years ago, this Blue Buffalo came out, and it was the hottest thing since sliced bread. Everybody wanted to feed it to their dogs. It was available at Petco, I believe, and PetSmart. So we all wanted to get our hands on it. So without further ado, we'll get into it. This is a 34-pound bag. So for a person who has one dog, you know, it could work for them, probably last them a couple of weeks. But for a person that has a kennel, this is your worst nightmare. This bag is probably $60 or more. And so first thing you'll learn, you'll see on the top it says no chicken byproduct meal, no corn, wheat or soy, no artificial flavors. So, okay, with that being said, corn is a grain, and actually dogs need grains or they will catch heart disease. So, you know, corn may not necessarily be the baddest thing in the world. So we'll get into it. We see it has 24% protein, which is very moderate. It has a 14% crude fat, which I believe is kind of moderate. QB and Kennel says 18 crude fat is good. That kind of shows you how much meat is actually in the bag. So omega-6 and omega-3s, I just kind of put them together and give one score. So I get at a 3.5. That's pretty good. So without further ado, we'll get into it. First ingredient we have is deboned chicken, which is chicken. Next thing you have is chicken meal, which is chicken. Then you have brown rice, barley, oatmeals. So, you know, right off the bat, you have chicken meal, which if it was just chicken, it should just be chicken. So basically this is a chicken formula. For $60, you could probably get yourself, let's just say if chicken was 99 cents a pound, you could get yourself, let's just say 60 pounds of chicken for $60. So theoretically speaking, in my personal opinion, the same price you pay for this bag, you could buy chicken and feed your dog straight chicken. Which would be kind of an inconvenience in a way. And maybe some cheap dog biscuits, but it would be kind of an inconvenience in a way for some. But if you just pop open a pack of drumsticks, you know, you'd probably save a little bit more money. That's my personal opinion. Next thing we get into is the Flax Seeds, which is basically, you know, a seed for the omega-3s and omega-6s. But if chicken has omega-3s and omega-6s in it, so if it was high quality chicken and high quality source of chicken, you wouldn't need any of this omega-3, this flaxseed. So flaxseed is good, I guess, if you're a human being. But if you were supposed to have, if you're real chicken, you don't need that because chicken is full of omega-6 and 3s. So that leads me to believe that it's low in actual matter, actual like meat matter, which to me is important for a dog. Next you have rice, barley, oatmeal. Technically they could tell you these things. Oatmeal is good for your dog, barley is okay, and rice, these are good things for your dog, but they're making it seem like they're wholesome, whole quality, and in reality you don't know if they're whole quality oatmeal or whole quality barley. You don't know really if these are, you know, milled rice that fell on the floor. You don't know if this is good barley. You don't know if it's oatmeal. You really don't know, but the indication that will let you know is boom, as soon as you get into a pea starch. So if you had oatmeal and barley and rice, those are starchy foods, right? So why do you need pea starch? When it says pea, they really mean beans. So they're using the bean starch to kind of hold this together, which will let me lead me to believe that this oatmeal, this barley, and this rice is leftover processed items that no longer have their, I mean, they just can't, they don't have any starch in them for some reason. I don't know why that would be. Next, you get into it, mix whatever Thai cold pho rolls. I don't really know what that is. Somebody said what it is, I forget. But then you got natural flavors. Natural flavor means that basically you can have artificial flavor up to a certain percent. So I don't know why it needs natural flavoring if it's got good chicken. Throwing me off. Dried tomato palmas, throwing me off. That's some kind of source of tomatoes. Dogs don't really need tomatoes. Then you have peas, pea protein. So right off the bat, you have 3 things of peas. So that just leads me to believe that I could just cook me up a pot of beans and rice and throw this to my dogs. Save a lot of money and be cool with it. Next thing you see is potassium chloride, which is salt. And I believe that it's said that only dog food can only have 1% salt in it. So anything after that is basically non-existent. So, I mean, to me, this food on face value is a food full of just junk. I give it a D. Well, I could give it a C because it has chicken, chicken and chicken meal. I mean, you could buy your own chicken. So, they say this pea starch is for dogs that have allergies, but I feel like this will cause an allergy, too much pea starch for certain dogs. But, maybe, at the end of the day, whatever food you give your dog will adjust to it and stay on it. So let's read. It says, the finest healthy ingredients, enhanced with vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients. Each recipe is just balanced of high-quality proteins, whole grains, fruits, and vegetables every bite. Deboned chicken. Well, if you notice, there were no fruits or vegetables before we got to the salt. So, real chicken first ingredient. No chicken or byproduct meals. No corn, wheat, or soy. No artificial flavors, but actually they do have artificial flavors. And the wheat and soy, okay, you don't have wheat or soy, but you have rice, peas, and peas, and barley. So it should just say no soy, no corn, no rice, no peas, but we have barley, peas, rice, oatmeal. So, I mean, I've seen a lot of people coming in out of the store with this food. The only good thing I can say is it's made in the USA. With ingredients for the USA. Basically, this dog food is tailored to make you want to buy it. I mean, it probably costs every bit of $3 to $4 to produce this bag of food. And then you guys go ahead on and spend $60 on it. How much chicken is really in this food? Well, if you go by QBN's estimation and you go to the crude fat, he says he likes 18. So we got a 14. So I want to say that this food probably contains a fair amount of chicken. I want to say, let's just say, if you divided this 14 into 100, what's 14? What's that, 80? 86? So maybe let's just double it and say that this bag may be 28% meat. So let's say this bag is 30% meat, 90% other stuff. So you're paying $60 for oatmeal, barley, and beans. You could, if you have one small dog, or if you just have a dog, you'd probably be better off taking a pot and boiling up some beans and rice and some chicken. And just feeding that to your dog all week long. Your dog will probably be